How many times have you been told not to do something because it's impossible? How many times have you felt yourself, I shouldn't do this because it's not possible? Today I want to celebrate with you a milestone in my life, which I once thought was not possible. I'm genuinely humbled to share this with you. I never would have thought, never dreamt, that a British-born Punjabi girl born and raised in the West Midlands from a background of poverty, racism, alcoholism and domestic abuse would ever step foot inside Buckingham Palace. I wasn't allowed to dream that big. It wasn't possible, and my dream would never have been fulfilled. So, to save the heartache, when you come from a background like mine, you learn early on that you only dream for things within your reach because it's safer that way. I loved watching Princess Diana on the TV as a child. I loved what she represented to me. The kindness, goodness, beauty, compassion. Did I ever think that I would meet her? Absolutely not. But I was allowed to admire her from afar on my TV screen. I thought that dreams should be of objects, things that you can purchase, or places you can visit, or people you can actually meet, things that are tangible, otherwise they create disappointment. Flowing through the difficulties of my life, I kept my feet firmly on the ground. I saw the judgment in the eyes of others. I heard the whispers and the sneers towards us, me and my family. We were not welcomed into most spaces. We were the misfits, the people you don't want to invite in fear of them creating a scene or ruining your event. Being isolated, feeling unwelcome and not belonging and not feeling good enough, that was literally my entire childhood. Never feeling like I was enough or that I'd ever be worthy of their approval. So how dare I dream of anything other than receiving the fate of my mother? Yet there was something within me that continued to grow stronger and stronger as I got older. Hope. Somehow, despite everything, that hope didn't leave me. It kept me going, one step at a time, slowly, not giving up. Even then, I wouldn't have dreamt to have met royalty and been honoured with a Queen's Award. Reading articles of Sikhs being recognised for their work and being seen, that was good enough to know that slowly as a community will lift the veil of invisibility and be recognised for the positive contributions that we make in society. That was heartwarming and gratifying enough for me. I did long to see brown women who look like me, so I could feel seen. But recognizing a few different hues of colour here and there somehow still felt like an accomplishment. What do you do in a world where you don't fit in a world that feels like the odds are against you? How do you navigate and survive it? We all need something greater than us to guide us through and defy the odds. I had a secret that was my ultimate strength through all of this. The secret of how I kept hold of my hope and turned it into courage. Hope alone is not enough. Hope with courage leads to action. Actions lead to results. Results bring transformation, and transformation is what we all need. My secret was understanding the power of my emotions and how to translate them into action. The trauma I experienced throughout my childhood and adult life was enough to have me stuck in a lifetime of depression and medication. That wasn't going to be my life. That wasn't the life that I choose for myself. So what did I do? I chose to fight and not give in, not give up on me. I knew I didn't choose it, nor did I deserve the circumstances that I grew up in. So I had a choice: give in and be destroyed, or stand up and fight. Fight with everything that I have. I think you know which one I chose. But by no means was that an easy path. Nobody wants to look into their past and dig up those old graves. Nobody wants to unearth the terrible things that we've lived through. But I didn't have a choice. I had to face my demons. I had to find the courage within me to do this, because the only other option was to give up, and I couldn't do that. So I guess maybe I didn't have a choice. I was privileged, I was blessed to encounter a world of sacred wisdom and ancient healing music that spoke in the language of emotions and lived experience, the world of Sikh music. It transformed my outlook on my past, my relationship to trauma, my language to myself, my perception of others and the world around me. These sacred techniques taught me the skills of mastering my emotions and gave me the power to transform my trauma into healing. And in all honesty, this whole process of trying to heal was probably more difficult than the actual experiences of trauma that I'd lived through. But don't forget that diamonds are forged in pressure and through fire. So I trusted the process. I trusted the ancient wisdom of the Sikh gurus. I knew that these techniques, which come from a lineage of saints, kings and warriors, were not for the light-hearted. I trusted. I felt the physical transformation within my body and my mind, and as I rose from the ashes with the strength and the gift of Sikh music, the power to compose my mind and understand my emotions, the courage and strength that I emerged with through the blessings of the Sikh gurus and their wisdom allowed me to step into a new world full of possibilities. Possibilities that became realities, where one day this little girl from Willenhall would stand before Prince Charles and be awarded an MBE, recognized for my contribution in the world of Sikh music as a tool for wellness. I felt like it was a dream. It happened so fast. And as fast as it happened, that's how fast the world shut down and went on lockdown, and we all entered a new dynamic. It felt dreamlike, almost unreal. And I've thought about what this recognition means for me. It's not a full stop by any means. It's the start of a new sentence. I have a whole story to write that now begins with I, Jasvir Kaur Rababan, the world's only female Sikh Rabab player, was awarded an MBE and recognised by the Queen of England for my contribution in the field of Sikh music as a tool for mental and emotional wellness. I'm blessed to say that I found my life's purpose, which is to help others experience the power of transformation through trauma that Sikh music provides. Having a purpose means having a vision for a better future. That means living a life where you contribute to change and actually make a difference. What would I say to a younger version of myself and to all young people of colour? Dream, and dream big. The only hurdles you'll encounter exist within you. Believe in yourself and know that you deserve greatness. Don't be the one that holds you back. Own it. Own it all, the good, the bad, and the ugly. Own every part of your truth, especially the trauma and struggles. No one and nothing can be great unless it costs you something. And often the cost is pain. But if you can learn to master your trauma and convert it into courage, then you're destined for greatness, because there is nothing holding you back and nothing that you cannot do. Live a life with purpose, for something greater and better than yourself. Do it for you and for all the young people who are going to walk in these same footprints. That's my accountability. That's the standard that I hold myself to, because that's what making a difference means to me. Paving a new path for the people coming behind us. Own your story. Own your past. Those things that you once called struggles, now they're called victories. They don't own you, you own them. Own your heroism and your victories, because those victories made you who you are today. My victory, my joy was seeing my mother's eyes. It was priceless to take my beautiful Punjabi mother from the pain of her past in Willenhall to a new future of possibilities where she sat inside Buckingham Palace and witnessed her daughter being awarded an MBE by a member of the royal family. That was a moment in my lifetime that many, including myself, would have called impossible. Knowing where I come from, knowing my background and my story, makes this mean that much more. And I ask you to stand with me. Let's own our stories, our struggles, and our victories together. Let's use our courage to transform our trauma into power. And I want you to know that nothing is impossible and no dream is too big. You just need the courage and the strength to dream it.